Alright, we are back with Rogue Trader. Now, I believe I haven't talked to Pasqal yet. Did I walk the wrong direction? Most certainly did.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
I have some questions about your visit to Rykaid Minoris.
The request is approved. I am ready to provide the necessary information.
What brought you to Rykaid Minoris?
I came heeding the call of my mentor, the blessed Archmagos Amanat. We were supposed to meet on Rykaid Minoris and discuss my mission.
The people who wanted to kill you at the port weren't renegades. It was just a cover.
Thank you. Information acknowledged. I will analyze it and take additional security measures.
What do you think of this Abel Horneman?
I propose that it was the blessed Amonat who assumed this name. This name is assigned to me. His presence in the hands of heretics is categorically unacceptable. The canon of technological security commands that every effort be made to rescue a high-ranking bearer of knowledge. Acknowledged.
Tell me more about the Adeptus Mechanicus.
I am honored to belong to the priesthood of Mars, guided by its tenets. We safeguard technology against the impure and the unenlightened.
Why did you mention Mars?
That is where the cult of the Omnissiah originated, and where we were granted the first revelations. Many millennia ago, we made an alliance with the Emperor of Terra, and have served the Imperium ever since, paying a tribute of machinery, weapons, and void ships. Everything that bears the blessed seal of machinery comes from our hands, and it is we who make sure the operating rituals are performed as they were meant to. We are everywhere. We are the Mars-forged steel bars that give the Imperium strength.
What do you mean by guarded? It's not buried treasure, it's not a secret.
It is both a treasure and a secret. Technology is how the divinity of the Omnissiah manifests itself in this world. This is why the uninitiated may only be allowed to touch the most vulgar and mundane of its instances. We, on the other hand, are authorized to use the sacred catechism of maintenance and operation. Although there is another reason to deny lay people the sacrament of knowledge, it can be dangerous. Twisted by renegades, the Omnissiah's wisdom is called heretic, and the exposure to it may corrupt the uninitiated. Another danger is knowledge, strangely interpreted and inscrutably twisted by the minds of Xenos. This bane is called xenotech.
Sacred objects should be touched only by worthy hands.
This statement is true. What many consider chains on our way to comprehension is our armor, which we have inherited from our wisdom-blessed predecessors.
Do you hold a high position in your fraternity?
This electu indicates that I am a Magos, who has mastered the sacraments of many spheres of knowledge, and has the right to conduct services in a forged cathedral.
What is the Omnissiah in your understanding?
He is the divine mechanism, the maker of technology. The universe was made to resemble a mechanical marvel, because the Omnissiah rules over it. Knowledge is the highest form that he uses to manifest in the world. For now. Someday, he will come to this world in the absolute fullness of his splendor. The Adeptus Mechanicus worshipped the Emperor, He is the earthly manifestation of the Omnissiah, who brought humanity into the light of divine grace.
What is behind the Adeptus Mechanicus' enthusiasm for replacing flesh with augmentations?
Organic tissue is an imperfect replica of the machine, transient and vulnerable. Metal is more stable, more effective, and more durable. Flesh speak is flawed next to binaric language. Meat begets weakness, it softens the mind and undermines discipline. But you can replace metal when it wears down. In addition, a machine is a supreme form of knowledge, and by assuming mechanical form, we become closer to the Omnissiah. However, like all things sacred, our augmentations must not be defiled by the eyes of the ignorant. Which is why we reveal only the crudest of tools, while holier mechanisms remain concealed beneath our crimson robes.
An interesting superstition.
Not a superstition, a gracious truth.
You have a strange way of speaking. Is that because of the augmentation, or does your faith dictate how you should express yourself?
Partially true. I had a voice modulator implanted alongside the respiratory purification module, but there is an additional reason. Gothic is not my first language. I am used to thinking and making statements in lingua technis. The binaric language is more informative, more ergonomic, and less prone to misinterpretation. Acknowledged.
I want to know more about your past.
The request is approved. I have no outright restrictions on disclosing this information.
Where are you from?
Information about my origins is worthless. I belong to the priesthood of explorators and came to the Coronis Expanse over 200 years ago. Any events preceding that moment are insignificant.
How did you end up in the Coronis Expanse?
I was honored to become a member of the Explorator Cognizance Fleet. When the Adeptus Mechanicus summoned the faithful for an exploratory venture into the depths of the Coronis Expanse, I joined the fleet in fulfillment of my sacred vows of comprehension.
Who are the explorators?
The sacred fraternity of explorers. The cult Mechanicus sends us out to the frontiers of the known sectors as researchers and conquerors. We are the warriors of the code, who return to the lost worlds and devote themselves to recovering the lost ancient knowledge. Explorators are granted the privilege of being more independent than many of our tech comrades. However, it has earned us a reputation as unstable and poorly controlled troublemakers whose unorthodox views are dangerously close to apostasy.
Why are you not with the fleet then?
Archmagus Amanat, my blessed mentor, commanded me to crew the orbital station Altar Templum Calixus X-17. This venerable temple station was founded in the early years of our expansion into the Coronis Expanse. It is currently a rear observation post of the Cognizance Fleet in orbit around the star Furibundus.
Tell me about your mechandrites.
They are my younger brothers and guides on the way to the Omnissiah. Their machine spirits are directly bound to my neocortex and pick up impulses from my subconscious. Sometimes they act ahead of my thoughts. This is how the Omnissiah leads me to comprehension. Acknowledged. May your labors be effective and fruitful.
Thank you. Okay, so one of the things I actually realized let's keep it like that. Saying that, apparently she's much better with. Okay. What do we have? Right, so we have found one of the confessions. Let's just talk to other people here, actually. The lop-eared clappers, the confession. Important question is why. I was for checking the Vox device and ship's reliquary. Message recordings work, but deletion does not. What? Why lop-eared clappers specifically? It's from an old letter to my mother. Victus, I want a pair of clappers aboard the ship. That is impossible. The species went extinct several centuries ago. Okay, I'll find a way to delete it. Awesome. Now we have one more. Have you made a confession lately? Or do you know anything about a ship named the Rykadi? High factotum, okay. Have you made a confession lately? Why are some destined to perish in the war, but others must go on living? Let's ask him about the Fury Reckoning. Can't. Okay then. Did you make a confession? No. So I've asked him. Have you made a confession lately? Why are some destined to perish in the war, but others must go on living? I don't know. Clearly you prefer private confessions. Alright, so it wasn't no, I have Victus. It wasn't Raver, it wasn't Irish, it wasn't Jocasta.
Lord Captain. Lord...
There isn't any other people I can ask. Witcher Bridge, Astropathic Chapel, Ship Shrine.
How fascinating. To me, the Immaterium is made of colors, but to the astropaths who dwell in this chapel, it is music.
Cursed music. Why do the astropaths not fill this place with litanies in his name instead?
The Divine watches over us.
Well, these are the guys that basically sort all my correspondence. They take and send messages via Psyche, which is of course very difficult.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Zachary Wise. Jeez, what? They're the fucking org. Sigma AR87.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Whoa. That looks
Know
awesome.
your duty.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
That looks so sick. Okay, Sigma AR87. What is going on here? Okay, so something is wrong. How did you let this happen? Get everything working fast for all of you resort to the lower decks.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Alright, Zachary. Did my nightmare scold you? Who are you? The choir master of the Astropathic choir. Have you made any... sorry, how did you like serving under Lady Theodora? Served her for 2 decades. How old are you? 34 a month and a half ago. Holy shit, he looks like 80. Tell me about the Astropathic choir. What device is it drawing? If your machine knows the meaning of the symbols, why can't it decode the message itself? What is this place? So if you wanted to cite certain information from me, you could. How does one become an astropath? Psychist. If something happens to your choir, where can I find a new astropath? That odd noise in the chapel, does it not bother you? Have you made a confession lately? Why are some destined to perish in the war while others must go on living? I was led by curiosity, so what was your confession about? Okay. Do on.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Dun, dun, dun. Alright, let's go to the prison planet next. Hold on. And the quest for this is... not that one. Also not that one. Not that one. Also not that one. Let's just go here first.
What advice do you seek?
What level are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What is this? Increase charge distance, but that is perfect. Already have this. This one. Half of the bonus remains at the end of the combat. Right, yep. Oh my god, what is this? Relevant solder can be used after 2 kills, yep. This one. Beautiful. Bum bum bum. Okay. Alright, get you. was. What? This one. Yep, nice. And then you. Oops. Bone superior. Fantastic. All right.
We are bound
Attention
by
to
the blood
detail
of
is the key
martyrs.
to success.
I'm Rykaid Kirimdor from Valencius. Now introduce yourself. Tell me about this planetoid. What happened here? There's been a riot. Led by the warden himself. You were late to arrive, of course. The warden himself was spearheading the riot? He's a nobleman, even. Why would young Witterscale have felt the need to parley with distance? Their childhood friends. Is this prison riot connected to the planetary rebellion? Or not? I'm looking for a man by the name of Heinrichs van Kellogg's. Is he here? Nope. Is there anything else I should be apprised of before I set out? Okay. Jasper. I met Jasper at the sub and saved his life. I expect some show of gratitude. You may name your firstborn after me or whatever it is that commoners do to thank their heroes. Yes, name your fucking child after me.
I better myself through my service.
Over us.
Build a bridge. Right, to the barracks.
Stay faithful and you will be
In
rewarded.
spite of your years, your body and spirit remain strong. Tell me, Amic Abelar, what do you do to train them?
Well, I spent a lot of time running back and forth after the Lord
I
Captain.
see what
for a
others
start.
do not.
Join me in prayer. Never doubt me.
Prison Diary of Athishan Part 1.
Know your duty.
Find Warden Casteglia.
The impure cannot escape their fate.
I will level you.
Oh, I can't move because it's ambush. Well.
Emperor, give me strength. Isn't this now you're clad in scarlet? I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Actions will speak louder than words.
Victory is imminent. Indeed.
Death to non-believers! Death to the weak!
I bring mercy and retribution.
Oh shit, not quite.
I will not die in
Follow my
dishonor.
lead. Reduced to dust.
Down. As the Emperor commands, I act.
As the tactical imperative dictates. The Messiah knows all, comprehends
Battlefields
all.
are always drowned in scarlet. If only that were possible.
High momentum.
And so it shall be done.
It will be done.